Student loan debt continues to rise across the country, and Oklahoma is no exception. Nearly half of the students who attend college in Oklahoma now take out loans to cover the cost of their education. Even with rising tuition, Oklahoma education officials say keeping the cost of college affordable remains one of the primary goals. And they tout a financial aid program that experts are calling one of the best in the nation.
Student loan debt nationally is reaching crisis proportions. According to the Federal Reserve, total outstanding student loan debt in the U.S. now stands at $1.52 trillion, trailing only housing mortgages as the largest form of consumer debt. While we fare better than other states, Oklahoma is still ranked 15th in the nation on student loan debt, according to the website Lend.edu, with 48% of students owing an average of $26,270 upon graduation, up 0.77% from the class of 2016. Still, Oklahoma Chancellor for Higher Education Glenn Johnson says that doesn't tell the whole story. Johnson cites a study by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, which ranks the cost of a college education in Oklahoma as more affordable than much of the nation when items such as housing, books, and other related costs were taken into account.
We were ranked as the fifth most affordable state in the United States on overall college affordability. The U.S. News & World Report earlier this year in March of 2018 listed Oklahoma higher education as the seventh most affordable state in the United States.
And when it comes to tuition and fees, Johnson says while those have been going up in recent years, it's not as much as in most other states.
Tuition increases and fee increases have averaged right at a little under 5%, about 4.8 or 4.9%. You look at nationally what's happened during that same time, we've had states, California, Illinois, and others that have had tuition increases in 25, 26%.
One way to keep student debt under control is through financial literacy efforts, such as Oklahoma Money Matters and the Gear Up program, which helps students and their parents come to grips with the financial challenges of attending college so they don't end up drowning in student loans.
We work with them on those loans, not only from the standpoint of default prevention, but providing them opportunities to learn more about financial literacy where they don't get into trouble financially. And we have a very comprehensive network on all of our college campuses in Oklahoma where we interact with them.
Another key tool in stemming rising student debt is Oklahoma's Promise, which provides financial aid to about 18,000 students a year who meet certain academic, behavioral, and needs standards. The Southern Regional Education Board this week presented the state regents for higher education with their review of the program, with researcher Cheryl Blanco calling it a preeminent program among financial aid programs in the nation. Blanco says about 1 in 3 students who earned an associate or bachelor's degree in Oklahoma in the 2016-2017 school year was an Oklahoma Promise student.
That's a tremendous contribution to the educational goals of this state, and to me was a very strong signal that the program is fulfilling the goals as it was designed to do.
More than 80,000 students have received Oklahoma Promise scholarships, which pay the cost of up to 4 years of tuition at Oklahoma colleges and universities. Enrollment in the program peaked at 10,635 in 2012 and declined to 8,322 in 2017. But the percentage of students completing all the program requirements increased to 71% in 2017 and is projected at 73% in 2018.
So even though enrollments are down, the fact that the program is producing more students who are recipients of the scholarship because they have completed all the requirements, I think is really an important piece of the overall college completion puzzle.
While the drop in participation was cited as one concern of the evaluation, Johnson says he's not overly worried.
We've been working for several years to get the income limit for eligibility raised from $50,000 to $55,000. The legislature and Governor Fallin did that this last year, and we believe that's going to represent an opportunity to increase the number of Oklahoma Promise Scholarship recipients.
To that end, the SREB report recommended the program look at ways to increase awareness about the program and the changes that increased eligibility.
Many families that earned maybe $52,000 said, well, we can't enroll in this program. So they've kind of walked away from it. And now they're going to be eligible. How are they going to find out?
The report also recommended the state continue funding levels for the program so that students from lower income families will not feel college is out of their reach.
One of the biggest problems that we've seen in the research, one of the biggest issues arising out of the research, when we ask why do highly qualified students, even from poor families particularly, why aren't they going on to college? The reason they cite is the tuition. They feel like it's too expensive.
Blanco says the state should also provide more specific information on the types, amounts, and sources of financial aid that promised students receive so they fully understand all the costs associated with attending college in Oklahoma.